Hey patrons, it's Johannes, and I'm getting a bit tired of myself. I've been updating the ABX thing again. Third day in a row, and I post an update on a plugin. So, well, I just added a couple of things that I think can be useful, and I think you will agree. Alright, it's still pretty rough, this thing, but now it's have all the functions I think that ABX tool should have. Then we can refine the audio player and stuff like that. But as for the kind of core features, these are the ones that are needed. So what's added? I added a loudness match thing. So when you play your A and B, let's demo that actually. We have the same boring loop here, and it sounds like this. And I intentionally attenuated the level of the B input, so you can hear that it's less loud. Let's do it. Let's make it extreme, actually. And if we're comparing these two, it won't be hard to hear which one is which. So I added the loudness button, and it measures the short term, so you need to let it measure for 3 seconds. So I added the animation. The animation is 3 seconds. So when you play the audio, play it so that it has the time to finish one round of the animation. Then you lock it with this button. All right. Now I have loudness compensated the input on A and B, so they're at the same level, and it's the LUFS value that you set with this control that will be used. So right now it's normalized to -12 LUFS. And let's see if A and B match each other in level. That's how that function works. Let's remove it and see the difference again. That can be useful, and it works with audiophiles as well. So if you run that, it's the same thing again. And again, I tried to stop the player with the stop button in my DAW. I guess I need to change how that works. But it also feels weird to have to press play in the DAW to play internal player in the plugin. So I don't know how to solve that really. Yep. I need to think a little bit about that. Anyway, we have the functionality. We can compare file from the hard drive, or we can compare audio on different channels in the DAW. So other than that, yeah, I added another thing as well, because when you are switching between the A and B source to listen for the comparison, it was a bit annoying to have to press the X to go back to X all the time. So now I made it so then when you press these, you listen to either A or B for 3 seconds, then it will automatically go back to playing the X. So you can quickly compare these, and if you don't want to press the X button, you just let the plugin count to 3, and it's on X, playing X again. So yeah, that's it. That's the new functions. So let's do another trial, because we always need to do that when we demo a plugin. All right, let's hit reset. We have 0 trials. It's currently at 50% chance that I can hear difference between these two, and I need to raise my monitor level. and activate the subs, and here we go. Yeah, I still can hear the difference. It's not that hard with this audio. We run 8 trials, and it's a 90% chance that I could hear a difference. And I also know that I forgot to show you the routing in Reaper, which I promised yesterday. So let's show you the routing. It's pretty straightforward. So let's actually do everything from the start. Here we have put the one of the loops. So it's this loop on channel 1, and on channel 2 there's another loop, but I had a distortion effect on that channel. That was the difference between those two. And on channel 3 I have the ABX plugin. So this has an audiophile, the same audiophile but with distortion, and this has the ABX plugin on it. So what you do is that you need to remove the two first so they don't send their audio to the master track. And in Reaper you can do that in a couple of ways. One way is to click here. Oh, sorry, wrong screen. There we go. Remove master send channel from to, click, and it doesn't send the audio to the master anymore. Right now it doesn't send the audio to anywhere. It's gonna be completely silent if we hit play. So let's do that. So, oh, sorry, zoom out. We're playing but no audio, so that's all fine. Now we're gonna create sends to the channel with the ABX plugin. So we create a normal send from track 1. So we're sending channel 1 and 2 from track 1 to channel 1 and 2 on track 3, which has the ABX. Let's rename that to ABX so we can see that this is the ABX track. On the second channel, I'm gonna route the channel 1 and 2 from track 2 to the sidechain input on track 3, the ABX plugin. So I'm gonna choose from channel 1 and 2 on track 2 to channel 3 and 4 on track 3, where the ABX plugin is. That's how you set it up in Reaper, and there are other ways to set it up in Reaper as well, but this is the most straightforward. And that means that the ABX plugin now have the A input, channel 1 and 2, is coming from track 1, and the B is coming from track 2. That's it. So you had loudness normalization and the automatic thing that brings back these buttons to the playing the X. And those are the new things. And now I'm probably gonna work with something else, because now I've done too much with this plugin for the time being anyway. I like it though, but I don't think I'm gonna use it more than perhaps once a year, maybe. So, but when you need an ABX tool, then you need it. It's just something you need to have in your toolbox when working with audio. You probably don't use it that often, but when you need it, you need it. So have a great evening, and I see you with the next plugin or update.